Hi guys, my name's Nadine, welcome to my channel. Today I thought I would share with you some of the other books that I'm hoping to read in February. Obviously I showed you these ones yesterday in my GarbAugust 1.5 TBR. So I won't go through those again, but I'll link that video down below in case you haven't seen it and for some reason you want to. But yeah, I've got another little pile. Normally I don't show my monthly TBRs, although I always do make a pile of books for myself for the month. The reason I don't show them is because when I make these piles of books, they're just, it's ridiculous. It really is. I always end up with like 15 to 20 books, and I know I'm not going to get through them all. They're just sort of like my pile of possibilities. But then I don't share them because I just think it's weird of me to come on here at the start of the month and say, I'm going to read all this. And then at the end of the month say, I read none of this. So yeah, but I have quite a, for me, smallish pile this month. Mainly because I can't find all the other books that I wanted. But it's small enough that I feel like I can be pretty confident I'm going to get to them. But first of all, there is an ebook that I'm really hoping to get to. So this book comes out in March. So it comes out on the 9th of March. And I got this through NetGalley. It's published by Hodder and Stoughton. And I'm really excited about it. So I'm really, really hopeful that I can get to this month. And it's called Frontier. And it's a debut novel by Grace Curtis. So I'll read you the synopsis and then you will see why I thought it sounded so good. So it says, in the distant future, climate change has reduced Earth to a hard-scrabble wasteland. Saints and sinners, lawmakers and sheriffs, gunslingers and horse thieves abound. Folk are as diverse and divided as they've ever been, except in their shared suspicions when a stranger comes to town. One night, a ship falls from the sky, bringing the planet's first visitor in 300 years. She's armed, she's scared, and she's looking for someone. Frontier is a heartfelt queer romance in a high noon standoff with Earth's uncertain future full of love, loss and laser guns. I mean, that just sounds fantastic. So fingers crossed it is as good as it sounds. But yeah, I'm really, really hopeful to get to that one. So next then, I picked up one of the books on my 23 books for 2023 list, and that is The Land by Mildred D. Taylor. I've owned this book for 6 years, I think, 6 or 7 years. So this one says, Paul Edward is the son of a rich white landowner and black housemaid in the American Deep South in the 1880s. Life is not easy for someone of mixed race, and when his white half-brother lets him down, Paul Edward runs away from home and sets out to fulfil the only dream he's ever had. To own land, every bit as good as his father's. So, yeah. Mildred Taylor, I've only read one other book by her and it was just phenomenal. So, I'm really looking forward to getting to this and hopefully it's as good as that one. But yeah, that'll take some doing, I think. And then for Roger's Cheap Old Book Club, I am going to be reading Anthony Hope's The Prisoner of Zenda. So I will link the video for Roger's Cheap Old Book Club that's being run by Michael K. Vaughan and of course Roger down below. But I'm really excited about this one as well. It's one that I've actually wanted to read since childhood, so I don't know why I haven't ever gotten around to it, despite owning it for so long as well. But yeah, I've wanted to read it since it was mentioned in Nightmare on Elm Street, and that was one of my favourite kids. One of my favourite book films. Oh my gosh, one of my favourite films when I was a child. Left to run rampant in the video stores. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. Okay, so the next book that I'm hoping to get through is the second book in a series. I'd read the first book about a year or so ago, and it's a YA fantasy, and I quite enjoyed it, and I certainly enjoyed it enough to order the second book straight away. But yeah, as of yet I haven't got round to it, so I'm hoping to continue with that, and that is The Rose Society, a young elites novel by Mary Lou. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this group of well, this group of young adults, I guess, who have these powers that can be quite uncontrollable, and so it's all about sort of vengeance and stuff like that. I don't really remember much about it. I think I might need to have a little skim through the first one again before I hit this one, but I think this is a book that is in danger of me never reading it if I don't get to it soon. So yeah, that one. And then another one that's been languishing on my shelves for ages, and I've been looking forward to reading it. It's The City Not Long After by Pat Murphy. So I will read this one to you. Ghosts crossed the bridge ahead of the young woman, pale wraiths that tattered in the night wind and merged with the cold mists that rose from San Francisco Bay. The moon was a vague light in the east, blurred by the fog. Gulls roosting among the metal girders of the bridge stirred uneasily and croaked unintelligible warnings as the woman passed. The city was recovering from the ravages of the past. Once the symbol of a proud nation, it is now a haunted place where the last remnants of humanity struggle to survive. People like Danny Boy, who believed art could change the world, Tiger, an artist of the skin, Ms. McGall, who printed the New City News each Wednesday, the young woman who never had a name but travels to the city in search of her mother who was taken there by an angel, and the machine, once called Jonathan, who changed his name because he believed his father had built him. But a new enemy threatens their peace, an enemy armed with guns and obsessed with a misguided dream of unity. Once again, the city's seemingly unprotected people must face a challenge that demands all of their ingenuity. So yeah, this is supposed to be a fantastic book, so fingers crossed I get to that one as well. Okay, so the next book on my list for February is Colson Whitehead's The Underground Railroad. So this one says, Cora is a slave on a cotton plantation in Georgia, an existence made even more hellish by her status as an outcast among her fellow Africans, and she is approaching womanhood, where greater pain and danger awaits. So when Caesar, a slave recently arrived from Virginia, tells her about the Underground Railroad, Cora takes the momentous decision to accompany him on his escape to the north. So yeah, again, I've heard so many good things about this. And then finally, one that I've not always heard such great things about, but want to read nevertheless, and that is Dracul by Dacre Stoker. And it says here, inspired by the notes Dracula's creator left behind. So I think he's like, is he the great-grandson of Bram Stoker? And this is a prequel to Dracula. I know nothing else about it, so hopefully it's good. But yeah, I've heard very mixed things about this one. So if you have read it, let me know. In fact, if you've read any of these, do let me know. But those are the ones that I really, really want to get to in February, and then there's like a few others floating around also. But yeah, we'll see. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you next time. Bye!